Hello and welcome. These are horse racing selections for Thursday, the 21st of September. I am Flat Cap Callum and I'm hoping you are all very, very well. Okay, the plan is to keep it relatively brief. We had a long vid last night. We'll try and keep it briefer. What have we got for Thursday? I've got it just under an average day stake. So I've done it as £18.50. £18.50, 3 bets. I've got a Listowel Yankee and a Listowel combo double. So yeah, I liked Listowel on Monday. Haven't done much since, but I think I like Listowel a little bit more on Thursday than, well, certainly more than Tuesday or Wednesday. That being said, I mean it's going to be heavy going, I think, out there. And I think the draw will, we've talked about a draw already this week, but I think the draw will play a part. Let's just see. I mean, I think on average, for most of these 7 furlong, 1 mile, 9 furlongs, that kind of stuff, where we're in that ballpark, I think high is better, but that doesn't necessarily mean that's what I've stuck to, because there's a couple of them, that's the only thing I didn't like about them was the draw. So we'll see. So we've got that. We've got to go through Wednesdays, which wasn't very good. So that won't take very long. And just another mention about Friday for Kempton. So for those of you who are coming to the channel meetup, I'm not quite sure who's going to be there. There's a couple of people who said they're there. Zach's told me he's got his train ticket. Might just be me and Zach hanging out, having a beer, watching the horses. Anyone's welcome. You don't have to say if you're coming or not. You can just turn up, and you can turn up and be socially awkward and just sort of follow us around without saying hello. I don't know. Who knows? I'm hoping it'll be a nice fun crack and we'll have a good time. We just might be all a bunch of awkward individuals walking around, shuffling along, going, oh, there's a horse. I don't know. It's good. I mean, I need an exit plan, really, don't I? I need some sort of like helicopter to come and get me just in case it goes really wrong. I'm looking forward to seeing who turns up and what sort of banter we can have. The key thing is to flag for anyone who is on their way for Friday that one of the races has split into 2 divisions. So there are now 8 races at Kempton Park on Friday night. The 4:40 is now the early time, so it was 5:15. It's now 4:40. First race 4:40, last race 8:15. Basically got 4 novice type races, and then 4 handicaps. I think off memory that sounds about right, but. The last 3 are the sort of better handicaps for field sizes. So we'll make do with what we've got. So that's that. So Wednesday we didn't do loads. It was £11. I got £1.69 back. The best price horse of the day, just held on for a place, and that was about it. So this was the main bet. We have Jewel of Kabir, which I said I thought that was 3 to 1 horse. It went off 130, so fair enough, got that bit right. It just never looked interested. They went off really fast, I think, and I just don't think anyone can make up much of the ground, much in that. But it never looked like it was going very well, and it plugged on for 4th. But the front 3 and the 5th horse really went way off, and it was only 1 horse that dropped back. And then the horse was second, was 100 to 1. So it was a funny old race. And we had Radeberg that got well backed in. I think it was a 15p rule 4 deduction I had for the channel, and got backed into about 5s or 6s, I think, and it just held on for 3rd. Gevray looked to be going well, and then I think something went awry because it was only one of a couple of horses that pulled up in the end, but it must have pulled up quite quickly because I lost track of it, not far from the end. And then Hiatus, no good. So 169 back for the single on Radeberg. That was it. And then the win bet was a bit dismal. I mean, Hayley Turner. I mentioned the other day, I said I'm not going to back many Hayley Turner horses. Just don't think she's running in form very well. And that horse was last. Fascinating race at 205 Yarmouth. Ended up with a few non-runners. So 7 runners is what went to post. And outside of the favourite that was 3rd, they finished in reverse order of the betting. The top 2 were 20 to 1 and 18 to 1. And I said I thought it might change this week now in terms of what we're seeing, but no. Most of the winners are single figures between sort of 4, 5, 6, 7 to 1. And you're not over-indexing on favourites. And where you are getting the big prices, 7 runner race, 20 to 1 first, 18 to 1 second. They were the worst 2 in the betting, according to the betting market. they finished in the first 2 places. And then if you go on the next 2 legs, Count D'Orsay didn't get beaten by very much of a horse at all, but no good. And Tango Tonight was second. The winner was quite clear on that one. So 2 seconds, and that was meant nothing. So 11 on, 169 back. So it was about £9 loss. So it puts us still 50 up for the week, and we've got 18 and 50 invested for Thursday. So Listowel, is the main bet. 680. This is me Yankee for the day. 215 Drish Melody. Make that my horse of the day. Quite keen on that one. Really don't get why it's 33-1. We'll see what happens on the day. But there's a lot I like about Drish Melody, including the price. 325 Independent Expert. Backed it last time, keeping some faith. It's around about the right mark. I think the one question mark on that one is the only thing. And I said it is the draw. I'm not sure. It's drawn very, very low. You can get away with it, but my inkling says on Thursday at Listowel, I think high is where you want to be. So we'll plumb a horse in there on a low draw. There's nothing else I don't like. So if that's the only thing, I still want to keep it in. 4 o'clock, Alluring 22s. That's got a low draw, but the distance is a little bit further, so I'm not so worried about that. And then 4:35. I did a double look through this race because I felt like it was a good opportunity, and then nothing stood out the first time, so I went back through it. Bold Approach, which we have tapped back before, it changed yards back to Jim Bolger, who originally trained it when it was a really decent standard of a horse. Changed stables, and it went back to him last run, and it definitely looked like it improved a bit, and I think it will be fine on the dodgy ground you've got. It ran well on heavy before. Luke McAteer's riding it, he's ridden it before, and he's done all right with it. So I think it's worth chancing that one. That there's nothing else I like stand out, and I thought actually if you're not finding anything standing out, then this is one that definitely looks like it could be potentially going back the right way. It could just turn out that the horse has just lost its ability, and that's that. But I kind of feel like the fact it's gone back to Jim Bolger is a bit of a sign that maybe the connections are giving it one last try to get it back to a standard enough where it can win races. So we'll have that in. 20p each way Yankee. That is what we've got. And then we've got, so ignore the middle 2 because we'll come back to them because they're in a combo double. But the 233s. 50p each way singles, that's Drish Melody and Bold Approach, 233-1 shots, 50p each way singles, and we've got an additional 20p each way double on the 2 of them as well. Sky Our Best, because the middle races they're paying 5, and then any one of the bog bookies, 365, Paddy, Coral, Labrooks. At the time making this video, there's not huge price differentials between them, but Paddy would slightly edge it if you haven't got Sky because they can get 18s there. And there's not many paying 22s on Loring. I think it's Paddy, Betfair, Sky, and some of the minor bookies. The general rule on my bets, I think, and way I've looked at it, is avoid Hills for Thursday. Hills look particularly bad. So if you've not got a bog bookie, the most of the other good ones, 888, Betfred, Unibet, Betway, they're all right. I think Betfair you want to not do for this bet, but Hills is the one. Generally pretty bad for extra places on Thursday. The bet 2 is my UK Canadian. So UK, so as in Canadian or Super Yankee. So basically each way, doubles, trebles, 4-fold and a 5-fold. So we've got 2 Air, 2 Pontefract and a Chelmsford. 225 Air, that's a decent field handicap. Gone back through it a few times. One Last Hug looks like the one for me from a value perspective. We've got that in at 25s. You'll see now I've got 2 9-1 shots, and I did have a debate whether I just leave one and do it as a Yankee or put them both in, because they are. I wouldn't want either going much shorter, but I've gone for leaving them both in, and we'll see if it pays off. 410 Air, Star Shield at 9s. 455 Pontefract. That one's been a bit of a drifter night before, and not quite sure why, but it's always a bit of a watch out on these novice races. But I do think the price should be more like 12s. So Wathcourt is in at 22s, 530 Pontefract, Global Spirit at 9s, and then we're finishing off. I could only find one at Chelmsford I liked. There's a few borderline ones, but that was the only one I liked. 7 o'clock Chelmsford, War in Heaven at 14-1. is 10p each way Canadian. We've got 50p each way singles on the two bigger prices, One Last Hug and Wathcourt. And I've got finishing off, if all else fails, we've got a 50p win single on War in Heaven to get us, if we've got nothing back by that point, if it wins, we'll get almost half our money back for the day. So similar advice, Sky best, then 365, Paddy or Coral are second best jointly, and then Betfair, Unibet, Betway, Betfred. Don't do Hills on Thursday, don't do Hills. Don't bet with Hills, don't bet with Hills on Thursday. Hopefully that's clear. And then the combo double, this is what I've got. Listowel, 325 Independent Expert, added in York L at 14s, and the 4 o'clock Listowel, Alluring at 22s, added in Grey Fable at 22s. If you've not got Sky for the 5th places, Paddy or Betfair night before, you're getting better prices on, you're getting the 22s where most bookies are 20s, and you're getting the 18s on that one. So yeah, Paddy or Betfair the night before. 4 times 25p each way doubles and 4 times 25p each way singles makes it an even £4. And that is our £18.50 wager. Golf starts tomorrow, so we've got Kinholt and Henny Duplessis. We'll see what we get from that. And that is that. I'll be back then Thursday night for Friday selections, which hopefully will include something on the main channel for Kempton, and then for anyone who's going to Kempton, you can see behind the scenes of some of the other stuff I'll be doing when I'm down at the track. That being said, the vast majority of my bets will be placed before I get there. I won't be doing much on the track physically unless there's anything specific, prices that move about. And then yeah, if there's a few of us, maybe I'll see. Maybe we'll do a little bit of a video. If anyone wants to not be on camera, then maybe I'll just do a video and pretend that there's other people hanging out with me or something. Maybe I'll do that. We'll see. All right. Thank you very much. I think there were some other things I was going to say, but I'll leave it there. We'll keep it shorter tonight. And I will see you tomorrow night, where Friday we were expecting the Air Bronze Cup, but it's disappeared. I don't know what's happened. Really unusual. There's normally tons of horses entered, so we don't quite know how that's there. I haven't seen anything. If anyone can shed any light about where the Air Bronze Cup went, then let us know. But yeah, we'll have a look at Air on Friday, and Dundalk and Kempton will be the main focus. All right. Thanking you. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.